recognize the role Donovan Smith played.
Yeah, Donovan did a nice job for us. Good senior leader and ton of experience. We've got a young kid that we drafted, and I thought he was a good example to him.
Would you be surprised if they say, "Screw it, we're not going to go get Donovan. We're not going to go get Tyron Smiths of the world or the Trent Browns of the world on the left free agency. We're just going to go with the rookie." Would that be shocking to you if we don't bring in a veteran left tackle?
It would be shocking, especially if obviously left tackles asking for a lot of money. And if you just ask him to break the bank, man, we just ain't got the bank to break it for. We got other guys we need to break the bank for. So that's the reality of it. That's the reality of the Chiefs in their situation at this moment. Okay, trying to play, rob Peter, pay Paul. That's what we need to do. We got to get a little bit over here, a little over here, a little over here, to make sure our guys on the defensive side are good. But we know for a fact our left tackle's got to be a priority for us. Can you draft a guy? And it's always that question. Can you bring a rookie in and him doing a good job? He has to be one of the top, I'm telling you, first-round picks, top 20 type of guys, like a no-miss guy. And we thought it was pretty deep last year with tackles. And I'm not sure how guys did and how they fared out last year for the guys that got drafted. I'm not even sure. But I know it's still a task that you had to take to at least keep adjusting to try to get into the NFL. It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
Wanya Morris, to me, because he's had that year under his belt, is a better option than getting a guy as a rookie coming in. You know what I mean? Like, I would take Wanya Morris because now he's got experience. He's played against the best. So, why not keep developing this guy if that's going to be the case, as opposed to getting another rookie and say, "Oh, he's going to be a starting guy."
Yeah.
I don't see anybody like that who's going to come in is just going to be lights out, Hall of Famer from the very beginning. Okay, it's going to be better than Wanya Morris, at least in my estimation. Maybe I need to do a much deeper dive into the tackle position, left tackle in college, who's going to be drafted. So.
Yeah, I was just kind of doing a brief research on, and they were saying that the things that when I made the connection, the things that this draft's deep in are the kind of the needs of our squad, which is the offensive tackles, the receivers, D tackles, all through those positions we can definitely dabble in, but
it's Marcus, these things I know. So guys that we know Donovan Smith. We played for a year. We have Wanya, who played for us in a year. Prince and then had for a couple of years. We know these guys. These guys coming out of college it's a gamble. It's a gamble. You never know, man. Go ahead, brother.
No, I will say though, with Veach, so far, I know we love how he's found value in late round picks with the draft, the Trey Smiths of the world, the Creed Humphreys of the world. I mean, he has done a good job drafting late round linemen. Not saying that we're gonna put our fortunes on a late round left tackle, which that's kind of what Wanya Morris is, and the thing that you and I were kind of skeptical on with Wanya. Yeah, he's got a year under his belt where he's played primarily left tackle for a few games when Donovan went down, but he wasn't really a full-on left tackle. He was a right tackle, left tackle, right tackle, left tackle when he was in college. So it was like we didn't really lock down the left tackle kind of guy in the draft because all the left tackles were going by the time it got to our pick. So we really didn't get a kind of this full-on left tackle type of guy. Maybe this is what we go for this year. I mean, I don't know, but the fact that it just seems weird to me that we would kind of rest our laurels with a rookie left tackle to block for Pat's blindside, as you mentioned. It's a very important position.
Yeah, I think at least for me, Wanya Morris has been here, and you solidified him being a left tackle. That's his position. Let him play that position. Let him develop. You got an off season. You got training camp all ready to come in for the start of the season for the year. So I would just develop him more so. Try to get a guy, into the draft. Use your draft picks for something else. I see a need. Wide receiver. We talked about that. Wide receiver. I see a need at defensive tackle. Besides Chris Jones, get a guy in here. Another pass rusher doesn't hurt. Get a guy here. We talked about running back. We talked about maybe a tight end. Okay, finding some guys. And so I think there's other needs there that you need to kind of look and explore to see what else you get. So especially if you got guys in the building. If you got guys in the building like Wanya Morris, and maybe try to talk Donovan to stay in there for another year and get Prince, go that route.
So based on what your priority, you're saying Donovan, try to get Donovan. If that doesn't work out, then just stick with Wanya instead of drafting a first-round rookie left tackle. That's what 100%. You do.
That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's one man's opinion. I don't know. Shoot. So hey,
we value. Everyone in the chat can agree. We value your opinion very much, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. I know a little bit of what I'm talking about.
You do.
I know the development of it when it comes in, as far as tackles and the time it takes for guys to be, be ready.
Mm-hmm.
I like Wanya Morris because he does have a year playing, and he's going against some of the best pass rushers out there, and he's known it. He's seen them, so it's good. It's good for him. It's good for him.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Donovan Smith's the only question mark there as far as the money, because we're talking about penny pinching this offseason with trying to keep our other guys in. But I wouldn't be surprised if Allegretti and Prince are back on the squad. We'll see what happens with their recovery and their offseason timeline. But I wouldn't be surprised if those two. And then all eyes will be on I guess to a lesser extent, we got Chris Jones, L'Jarius Sneed watch, and then Donovan Smith watch. A little bit below those two.
Wanya has size, he has athletic ability. His hands got to get better. He's got to get stronger. His feet got to get quicker than what they were. These are things that he can improve through the offseason. But I think he looks good. He looks good. I seen flashes that are like, okay, this guy right here could definitely be a starter here in the NFL. And then when you see him go up against a guy who's crafty like, Crosby and the other guy, then it's like, oh, okay. We see, the drop off. All right. And them jokers is like, they was tag team like, man, let me get a turn at him. Let me get a turn over there. And you don't want to see that. You don't want to see guys tag teaming like it's WWE over there. But I think Wanya has all that ability in him. He starts developing that, man. I think he's gonna be fine. I think the coach has seen that in him, and I like it. I like that about him. But I need to see the strength. I need to see same thing, not playing too high, be able to get out of his stance a little bit faster, and able to readjust. There's another thing. Crosby beat him on the inside. He didn't adjust real well coming back on the inside. You got to be able to feel that push and come back on guys. So.
Yeah, and I think we both agree. We both trust our offensive line coaching. I mean, they've done wonders with so many different guys throughout the years. So Andy Heck's done an amazing job. Shout out Northern Virginia, my high school alumni, Andy Heck. That's my guy.
There we go. Heck. There we go.
With Wanya, if they think, that's one thing too. Everyone says don't question Veach. Yeah, we're going to question it. I mean, sometimes you have to question, but if they do feel like, and definitely Pat's a part of this conversation too, if they feel that Wanya is good enough to be the left tackle this year or the future, then I trust it. I mean, because that's one thing, people talk, they say, oh, they're getting Pat input on this with receivers, with skill players, all that stuff. But first and foremost, everyone saw us get teed off on that Tampa Bay game. Ever since then, it's like, okay, we need to be very cognizant of what we do in the O-line. That offseason, we've got Creed, we got Trey. And then last year we get Juwan, and then this year, I mean, are we going to stick with Wanya? We'll see. And then I think Pat's going to be very vocal about if they need to bring back Donovan or if they're confident enough to stick with Wanya. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think it couldn't have been a better scenario for us than Donovan Smith getting hurt, right? Unfortunately, him getting hurt, but it was able to propel Wanya forward to see what he can do in games. So he it boded well for us because it's like, okay, this kid can shoot. He's got some game to it. Play really well. He's physical. We've seen him coming out physical. That's him watching Donovan. He's watching. Like in practice, I guarantee Heck is sitting there like, look, you watch how When we mauling guys, watch how Donovan and those guys are mauling guys. That's how you need to play. And so that's the best scenario for Wanya to come in and learn behind a veteran guy like Donovan Smith, who had every potential to be one of the top left tackles in the league, right? He got hurt. So,
hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.